Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for joining me today. It's the Empress here, and in today's video, we are looking at messages from the goddess Hecate. So go ahead, grab yourself a notebook if you feel called to do so, a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, pull up a chair, and sit for a spell. Okay, beautiful souls, out in front of us, here we have the card selection, the key selection, and I'm going to ask you guys to take a couple of deep breaths, really try to connect to your guides, connect to your intuition, and ask which one of these piles is holding the messages from the goddess Hecate that you need to hear at the time that you're watching this video. So coming into this video, I am burning some sage and sandalwood rope incense. I am also using a lot of some inner goddess ritual oils for myself. Like I really had to set the atmosphere and get myself into the energy to be able to bring forth this reading for you guys. This was a reading that was suggested by a lovely viewer, and I've been working with this energy for a little while now to really get in tune with this, and I'm absolutely loving this energy. I absolutely love the goddess Hecate. I also have recorded a guided meditation with Hecate that I will leave a link to in the description box for anybody who's interested in tuning into that or checking that out. But out in front of us here, getting back into this, you guys, we have 4 piles, 4 keys, and I'm going to ask you guys to really ask what kind of things need to be unlocked within you. This could be spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, in any aspect of your life, but what really needs to be unlocked in order to reach your truest self, or in order to reach a certain potential, okay? And out in front of you here we have pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I will have the timestamps to the beginning of each reading in the description box below, along with the links to the cards that I'm using for anybody who's interested in that, or for anybody who feels drawn to any particular deck that I may use here today. I will also have a link to my Etsy store for anyone who's interested in checking that out or purchasing a personalized reading. You can also find the details to the monthly free tarot reading giveaway in the description box below. So without further ado, go ahead and pause the video if you still need a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 1. Hello, my beautiful group number 1. Those of you that chose pile number 1 with this first key, this reading is for you. And tuning into the goddess Hecate, she is a goddess of the night. She is a goddess of the crossroads and of magic, kind of like the in-between, okay? And this is, for me, in my experience with Hecate, she is the goddess of the in-between the conscious and the subconscious, in between reality and spiritual kind of energies. And she kind of is a messenger to connect those two energies. And coming into group number 1, the first message that I'm getting here is that something is missing. And it's not so much for you guys about moving through a blockage or overcoming an obstacle, but kind of filling in a space, like a bridge, which is definitely in Hecate's realm of profession, if you will. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Before we get into these cards here, I'm going to pull a couple of cards for the overall energy of why you are connecting to Hecate at this time, or the overall theme of why you and Hecate are in alignment at this time for group number 1. Okay. Our first card out here. Wow, we have the High Priestess of Water. So group number 1, you guys may be seeking love or really working a lot with your emotional body. I feel like you guys may have went through a period, or are currently going through a period, where you may feel like love is what's missing, or like you're never going to experience happiness or joy. or emotional fulfillment, really seeking emotional fulfillment for group number one. Let's go ahead and pull one more message here. You guys may also have like really heavy water placements in your birth chart. Sun, moon, rising, Venus especially coming through here very strongly. Or even like a water trine. Definitely checking your 4th, your 8th, and your 12th house to see what kind of energy may be being activated at this time for you guys, because I feel like there's something here with your emotions and your purpose kind of overlapping. Almost, I'm seeing this almost like watercolor paint, where they kind of wash together, and you need them both. Interesting. We have here the Burning Man, collective power, supreme prayer, 3 of Cups, and celebration. The 3 of Cups is also about emotions and connections to other people. So group number one, you guys may really feel like you're missing out on some sort of soulmate. You may be seeking a soulmate or a friendship, or even a twin flame kind of energy, but it's like you guys feel like you're missing out on love in some aspect, or like you're missing somebody. And Hecate is a very powerful healer energy, a very powerful healer goddess. Like, she's very protective, especially of the feminine. And water is very much so feminine energy. She's very nurturing and like mothering, if you will, and very protective of other energies that are very similar to that. And I'm really heavily feeling like Cancer and Pisces energy here, group number one, where you may be a nurturer, or you may be feeling like you need somebody to nurture you or to take care of you, and you feel like you're missing that. You feel like somebody may have walked away, or somebody didn't raise their cup to you when you felt like they should have. Just really feeling very emotionally empty, group number one. So that's why Hecate is coming forth for you guys in this reading today. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first tarot cards here. So starting off here, we have the Queen of Wands. So you guys are meant to create from this void. We also have here the Page of Cups. Yeah, so group number one, you guys are seeking somebody else to fill this void that you're feeling. You feel like it has to be a connection outside of you, or a person outside of you, or something outside of you that fulfills you. And Hecate is coming forth to remind you that it's time to shed that persona, it's time to shed that idea, and it's time to create your own happiness here. Wow, and then we have the Tower. Yeah, so this could have been somebody who didn't celebrate you when you felt like they should have, or somebody who really let you down, or somebody who walked away, somebody who maybe isn't even in your life anymore, that really caused this Tower moment within your life. But Hecate is coming forth to say that you have all of the power that you need, group number one, really steering clear of any drama, steering clear of any gossip or anything like that, and shedding this idea that somebody else is holding your happiness, because nobody else is holding it unless you give them that power. So group number one, Hecate wants you to take your emotional power back, okay? And it's going to really be a very large turning point, a drastic turning point in your life, if you can do this, if you can take control of your own happiness instead of putting it in somebody else's hands, or needing somebody else or something else to come in and make you feel this emotion that you're looking for, group number one. Let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers here for you guys and go a little deeper into what Hecate wants you to know. So I do see here that a lesson that you guys are learning in this is how loss can actually be necessary to gain what is needed. There is a healing that's trying to come in. There is going to be healing when you can grab a hold of your own power. And I see that your guys' power is building at the time that you're watching this video. Your creative power, your inspiration, even for some of you guys, may be feeling very inspired or very creative. Really tuning into that and allowing that energy to fill you up and kind of purify this energy from the inside out, really purifying you and changing the idea that somebody else holds your happiness, and showing you that you indeed can fill yourself up with the energy that you're looking for. Group number one. So our first card out here, we have Death, and this is Scorpio energy coming out on the Queen of Wands. Your guys's creative power is transforming at this time, and it's also transforming you from the inside out. As I was saying, it's like a purification, but there is a need to let go of any drama or gossip that may be building or that you may be experiencing in your life. Hecate is saying that you need to just steer clear of those energies, whether you feel like you are connected to these other people or like you have to participate in it or not. You need to steer clear from these energies, because it's going to cause you to repeat the same cycle of loss. Here we have the King of Cups coming out on the Page of Cups. Yeah, you guys are really coming into a time where you are in control of your emotions, very in control of your emotions here. And then here we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out on top of the Tower. Yeah, so your idea of independence is changing. Self-sustainability, your ability to control and take care of yourself is changing. Group number one, taking your power back, taking your independence back, your emotional independence. I feel like you guys may really struggle with some emotional codependency, needing somebody else to validate your emotions or tell you that you have the right to feel that way, or also needing other people or relationships or connections to make you feel loved or to make you feel happy. That energy is definitely kind of changing and even kind of dying with the Tower and the Death card here. There is it's quite drastic kind of turning point, like I said, a quite drastic change in your life that's causing this, or that did cause this, is kind of like a cataclysm, a loss, a change of relationship, a change in perception, however it was for you that made you shed this old skin. Is pushing you into a very significant time in your life, group number one. And Hecate really wants you to be aware that you have the power to control your emotions, and you don't need anybody or anything outside of you to make you feel certain emotions. You need to learn how to create them within yourself, and then that will kind of attract you to the people that match that, right? So let's go ahead and get you guys a few more oracle messages here. Group number one. Get some guidance and advice from the goddess Hecate for group number one. Okay, our first one here, we have Mystic Meadow, Sanctuary. Yeah, so you guys are being asked to really almost like withdraw, to find a place that is safe and inspiring to you without finding somebody that is safe and inspiring to you. So group number one, like, you need to find a safe space. You need to find a place where you can be alone with yourself, to really learn how to make yourself feel whatever way it is that you're feeling like somebody else needs to make you feel. I hope that made sense. We also have here the Willow Spirit, Flexibility. Yeah, so you guys are being asked to adapt to the changes that are happening instead of fight them. Allowing the things to leave that need to leave without holding on to it too tight. The bottom of the deck here, we have Joy. Oh, excuse me. So there is some rigidity around the idea of being alone that you guys are holding on to, that Hecate is coming forth to really kind of help wash away. I feel like your perception of what it means to be alone is a little askewed. Like, you look at it like a negative thing, and there is a need to kind of shift the perception of this, because just because you may physically not be around other people doesn't mean that you're alone. Group number one, it does. I feel like that may be like a subconscious kind of habit for you to avoid being alone with yourself. So Hecate is asking you to kind of face this fear of being alone by allowing yourself to be alone with yourself and learning how to control your emotions and direct and focus your energy while you're alone. Because it's really going to be a drastic changing point in your life, like a huge turning point, a huge change in your life is going to occur when you can learn how to control yourself by allowing yourself to be alone with yourself, physically alone, shutting yourself in your home for a little while and focusing on you. Group number 1 is pretty significant here. Let's get a couple more cards. We have memories. Okay, so you guys are scared to be alone with your mind. But you guys need to remember something. You need to remember who you are. You need to remember what inspires you. You need to remember your worth and your ability to be in control of yourself. We also have here innocence. Okay. Group number 1. So as I was saying, the goddess Hecate is a very mothering, nurturing, protective kind of energy, protective goddess, especially of children or of mothers, or just that energy in general. And I feel here that Hecate is trying to help guide you to remember where it was that you lost your innocence, or where it was that you feel like you lost your innocence or locked away your inner child. This may be the turning point or the breakthrough where your inner child is kind of reborn and your creativity is reborn and your inspiration and your excitement for life is reborn. Instead of needing other people to excite you, you're going to find that spark within you. Group number 1. Wow, that's awesome. So let's go ahead here and pull you guys one final message from the goddess Hecate. Okay. Any last guidance or advice that the goddess has for you? What kind of thresholds we may be going through here. Group number 1. This is the door that you guys received here, and this message says, a stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. So you guys may be working through some trust issues as well, but I do feel that there's somebody completely new that's going to be coming into your life as you go through this transformation. And the goddess wants you to be aware, so that you don't reject it. And as well as like the stranger's grace, I almost see this as like your inner child coming back into your life as well again. So don't let your fear stop you here, your fear of being alone. Don't let your fear of being alone stop you here. Group number 1, that is like the biggest message that's coming through here. And don't get involved in the drama or the gossip or this low vibrational energy because you are angry or upset or resentful towards the people that didn't celebrate you or that didn't love you the way you thought they should. Okay, I'm really letting go of that energy and allowing yourself to be alone, allowing yourself to remember who you are, allowing yourself to heal from the inside out, instead of trying to fill the inside with all of the people and the things outside of you. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button. Comment down below. Let me know if you chose this pile. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you stay up to date when I post future videos like this. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 2. Those of you that chose pile number 2 with the second key, this reading is for you. And group number 2, coming into your guys' reading, I'm getting a very strong kind of cold energy. Very interesting. I do feel for a lot of you guys that it may have to do with like the air element or like breathing life into you, as well as like the truth. In my experience and in the work that I do, the energy of the truth, or like the feeling of the truth, has always felt very cold, like physically cold. Interesting. So let's go ahead and get into your reading here and see what messages the goddess Hecate wants to bring forth for you. But there's like a clearing, I feel, trying to come in here for you guys. Before we get into these tarot cards here, we're going to shuffle a couple of cards out to get the overall energy of this reading or of this message for group number 2. Okay, we have reminder. Yeah, there's definitely something here with the air element, with the mind, with the truth, with honesty. Look at that, the bottom of the deck here, honesty. So there's definitely something with the mental body coming in here. This here in the wall in this image says, don't forget. So let's pull one more card here before we get into your tarot cards. Group number 2. Okay. And this card here, we have Belladonna Visions, Caution, Guidance, Clarity, and Stand Firm. Okay. Group number 2, the goddess Hecate is coming forth here to remind you of a sense of power, as well as there feels like a warning coming in here. This warning could be about something that you are doing that maybe you shouldn't be doing. This could also be something that may be coming your way, which I'm sure we will get some clarity as we move in here, but there's definitely clarity about the truth coming in here. There's no doubt in my mind for group number 2, as well as this could also be involving like throat chakra, third eye chakra, and crown chakra awakenings or activations coming in here for you guys as well. Really a need to speak your boundaries into place. Mercury retrograde may really affect you guys, group number 2, in a very significant way in your communication, in the things that you say. It may really stop you from speaking outside of your truth. So let's go ahead here, group number 2, and get you guys your tarot cards and see a little deeper into these messages that the goddess Hecate has for you. We have the Chariot, so there is definitely movement, activations happening for you guys. I really feel like this clarity is opening up some sort of pathway. You guys may need to make a decision somewhere as well, like remembering why you're doing something and taking action towards that, or to get back on track. It's with Hecate being the goddess of the crossroads or the in-between, I really feel like you guys have been standing at a crossroads for a long time and not being able to make a decision about which way to go, and there's clarity coming in here, and the goddess Hecate wants you to remember why you were doing what you were doing to begin with. Whether good or bad or whatever intentions it was, she just wants you to remember the intentions that you were putting behind the actions that you were taking so that you can get back on track in whatever way you need to. And then we have the World coming out here. Yeah, there is a completion of this kind of in-between energy for you guys. Wow. As well as a new beginning or this new path opening up for you guys. And then we have the Hierophant. Group number 2, we got all 3 major arcanas coming out here for you guys. And so there's definitely a spiritual awakening happening here for you guys as you complete this. This is definitely like third eye or crown chakra awakening happening here. You guys may be being able to see into the future, or being able to see the truth, or see how things are going to unfold, or how things are going to manifest as you take this leap, as you make this choice to move forward from wherever it is that you're stuck at, group number 2. There's something within you that is changing and allowing you to connect to universal wisdom, allowing you to connect to the goddess Hecate, allowing you to connect to spirit or God or whatever it is that you resonate with. Group number 2, there's just something here about like remembering where you came from on a much higher sense, like remembering where your soul came from. So that may be something that you guys are experiencing as well, like remembering where home is. Like you guys may be really feeling like very homesick as well, or feeling like you don't know where to go, or feeling like even like I want my mom kind of energy. And the goddess Hecate is coming forth here to kind of nurture and soothe you in order for you to take that leap. It's like, having a bird fly for the first time. Like the mom has to let go in order for that to happen. And it's like you guys aren't ready to until you get that encouragement or until you get that love, and that love is coming in, that protection is coming in for you guys. I feel physically around you, but also from the goddess Hecate here. Some of you guys, there is a need to be aware of anything or anybody that makes you feel hesitant. Really becoming aware of that. I feel like that's a lot of what this kind of caution is, or this like warning that I'm feeling. It's like something here, there's somebody or something that's working against you. This doesn't mean that they're intentionally doing it, but it's causing more harm than good in your life. And group number 2, you guys really need to become aware of what causes you to stop or hesitate or feel like you're doing something wrong, or feel like you need to change direction, or feel like you need to do something in the same way that this other person would do it. There's a huge need to recognize where that energy is coming in at group number 2. So let's go ahead here and pull some clarifier cards for you guys. Group number 2, starting off with the Chariot. Why is the Chariot here for group number 2? We have the Hanged Man. Yeah, so you guys are coming out of stagnancy or coming out of this hesitation with a whole new perspective of where to go. Again, it's like this huge need to see things in a different light, to have this clarity come in. You guys are definitely having this clarity, and this clarity came in from standing still, group number 2. So don't, be hard on yourself or put yourself down for having to stop momentarily or for a while even. Don't allow that to make you feel guilty or feel shameful for the things that you didn't get done yet, or that you haven't accomplished yet, because you needed that stillness in order to see how to move forward now. There's been something in suspension for you guys. You've been holding back, and the goddess Hecate is coming forth here to help you move through that, to help you come into closure. Some of you guys, there's something ending in your life, whether it be a relationship, a job, a lifestyle, a way of being. There's just something that you've known for a while that you need to let go of, but you've been scared to or hesitant to. And you are coming to a time where you are going to take that action. You're going to cut that off, whatever it is for you. And stand firm is a message here from the goddess Hecate. Wow, we have the Devil. Yeah, look at this. There is a closure on some sort of restriction. There is a releasing, a freeing yourself from something here in a very massive way. Group number 2, you guys have all major arcana so far. 5 out of 6 cards so far are major arcanas, and this has everything to do with what's been holding you back, with what's been restricting you, limiting beliefs, limiting mindsets, environments, victim mentality, or a mentality of lack, or a fear of not having enough, or a fear of doing the wrong thing. All of this is coming to an end, group number 2, and it's coming to an end because of some sort of truth or some sort of vision that you guys are receiving that's allowing you to see something in a different way, allowing you to see how to break free. There's some sort of clarity coming in here in regards to how to break free from what's been holding you back, group number 2. Wow. So that can come through in so many different ways. With this being a general reading, that can come through, for so many different things as well. But there's definitely been a lot of restriction, a lot of stagnancy, a lot of suspension, a lot of hold on a second, or a lot of hesitation happening here, and you guys are breaking free from that. You're going to be seeing how to break free from that, and I feel like working with the goddess Hecate for you guys will really teach you how to break free from that, even in a deeper sense, if you haven't yet come into that clarity. Why is the Hierophant here? The 3 of Cups. So group number 2, the goddess is really wanting you to be aware of your surroundings, really wanting you to be aware of what you're celebrating, why you're celebrating it, what you're doing, why you're doing it, like really being aware of the people you surround yourself with, the job that you're at, the environment you surround yourself with, the lifestyle that you're living. There's something in that, and something in becoming aware of that that's really going to allow you to come into freedom and give you something honest to celebrate, instead of maybe I'm seeing this as like you getting together with a group of friends all the time to maybe avoid breaking habits, or to avoid other responsibilities. And it's I feel very subconscious. Group number two, I feel like this happens and when it does, you're like, oh well, yeah, it'll be great to hang out with my friends, and you're looking at it like this, but you're not seeing what it's pulling you away from. There's something here about it pulling you away from something that you need to do, that you need to take care of, that you need to put more attention or energy into. So there's definitely like a closure of a lifestyle or of a habit or of a restriction here, of some sort of hesitation here, a freeing of yourself, some aspect of freedom coming in, spiritual freedom. This could be breaking through religious blockages as well that you didn't realize were holding you back as strongly as they were. That could resonate very deeply for a lot of you guys that chose this pile, with the upper chakra energy that's so strong here. Really being able to speak about what you believe in, surrounding yourself with people who don't make you feel bad about what you believe in, or don't make you feel like you have to hide or dismiss what you believe in to make other people more comfortable. Wow, okay. Let's go ahead here and pull some guidance or advice from Hecate here. What else does she have to say for group number two? We have Foggy Bog, Patience. Yeah, the clarity is coming, group number two. The clarity is coming. There's just a need to be patient and allow it to happen instead of fighting against this restriction or fighting against whatever's holding you back. Just surrender to it and allow yourself to sit there. Allow yourself to wait, instead of constantly trying to escape it, I guess. Let's go ahead and get one more of these for group number two. Butterfly spirit, transformation. Yeah, there's definitely freedom happening here for you guys. A raising of your vibration as well. I'm really feeling that coming into a much more spiritual energy for group number two. At the bottom of the deck here we have activations. I definitely feel the upper chakra activations happening here for group number two. So yeah, really surrendering to whatever it is that's holding you back, and allowing yourself to sit there until the clarity comes in on how to get out, instead of just constantly trying to fight it or constantly trying to escape the truth of the reality of the situation that you are stuck there. So acceptance, group number two, acceptance of where you are, acceptance of what is holding you back instead of just resisting it. I feel is really going to help you bring in this clarity. Let's go ahead and pull a couple more cards. Group number two. Okay. So here we have abundance. Okay, so for some of you guys, you may really be working on your abundance or on your self-worth or on your ability to build abundance or feel abundance. And you may be finding that you may be finding that a lot of the times you begin to go down this path of abundance, and you're saving money and you're working hard and you feel very good about the habits and the routines that you're building. Something comes in and it causes you to go all the way back to the beginning where you feel stuck at, okay? And this is the cycle that's breaking. Regardless of how that resonates for you or what it is you're working towards specifically, it's just this cycle that is breaking, where you begin to get on track with it and work towards it, and you get to a certain point, and it's like every time you get to this certain particular point, you give it all away out of fear of breaking through that barrier or breaking free from this lifestyle that you've been living for so long. Group number two. Wow, and then we have relaxation. So again, this need to sit with this energy, this need to really work with your stress or anxiety as well, group number two, because I feel like that's a driving factor in what causes you to try to escape as well. It's like allowing yourself to breathe and just relax and calm and soothe yourself when you need to, when you come up to these blockages that cause you to want to go back to your comfort zone. There is a need to stop and allow yourself to sit there until the clarity comes in and how to move forward instead of just trying to escape it. Okay, that's such a strong message here for group number 2. Let's go ahead and pull you one final message from the goddess Hecate. Okay, moving through the threshold, or any last guidance or advice that she wants you to have. This is the image on your card here. And look at you guys, very free and just stepping right through this doorway, okay? That's really what the goddess Hecate is trying to guide you towards. We have yes, kiss the ground and touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and fly. Yes, group number 2, you guys are coming into a freedom, a breakthrough. Freedom, breakthrough. And yes, anybody who came into this reading with a yes or no question, here is your answer, okay? Or anybody who's been, really throwing a question around in your mind a lot, the answer is yes. And regardless of what the question is, or whether the answer yes is good or bad in your mind, the answer is still yes, and there's a need to move forward from that now, okay? But these are the messages that I am seeing for my beautiful group number 2 from the beautiful goddess Hecate. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, please hit that like button, comment down below, let me know if you chose this pile, let me know what other kinds of readings you guys would like to see. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out when I post future videos like this. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 3. Those of you that chose pile number 3 with this key, this reading is for you. And we are looking at messages from the goddess Hecate. And I really feel for this pile that there's something to do with distractions coming in here, as well as the sense of rising above something, a sense like the crown on this key is really, really loud to me, like a sense of royalty or like a family crest or a bloodline coming in here for some reason. So that's very interesting. But let's go ahead and get into your guys' reading and see what the goddess Hecate wants to talk to you about. Now, before we get into these cards here, I'm going to shuffle a couple of cards out to get the overall theme or energy of the messages that the goddess Hecate wants to bring forth for you today for group number 3. Okay. Our first card out here, we have the Warrior. Wow. So group number 3, you guys I'm seeing this as like a family crest, armor, like a knight armor, or even kind of like battle armor. So I feel like the goddess is coming forth as a form of protection from something for you guys that you are currently fighting in or through. There may be a lot of conflict surrounding you, as well as the goddess wants you to be aware of what you are fighting for. Let's go ahead and pull one more card here, and then we'll get into your tarot for group number 3. Okay, and our card here is Baraka, power, strength, force, and expansion. Wow. Group number 3, there is a huge sense of power, of strength coming forth here for you guys, being a fighter, the warrior, your warrior spirit. Some of you guys may be healing like your divine masculine energy as well, but there's something here where something is forcing your hand as well, like forcing you to fight for something, or you feel forced to fight for something, or you feel like you have to do something. Interesting. You guys may also be going through some sort of expansion, whether that be physically or spiritually. That could go differently for everybody here, but there's definitely expansive energy, like a expansion of your energy field is kind of how I'm seeing this. Interesting. We also have number 21 and number 2. So the number 2 may be very significant to some of you guys. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot and go a little deeper into these messages that the goddess Hecate wants to talk to you about. Group number 3, we have the Two of Wands. We have Death. And we have the Star. Wow. Okay. Group number 3, I'm hearing this message for you guys that you have to find what it is you want to live for instead of what you would die for. It's like there's two paths here. You guys are at a crossroads, you know, with the goddess Hecate. That makes complete sense. With this Two of Wands, I'm seeing this as like a hesitation that, like, I don't know if I'm supposed to fight for this or let go of this, okay? And again, the message is coming in to really be aware of what you're fighting for. Are you fighting to make somebody else feel better or because it's right for you? With this Death card here, there is a change in you happening. There is going to be a change in your life regardless of which path you choose to go on. There is going to be an ending to something and a beginning to something regardless of which path you choose. The goddess Hecate wants you to be aware of that because there is no way for you to move forward without this occurring, and this may be what is causing you to not move or to hesitate at this point in time. As well as I am hearing, like, the more you hesitate, the more detrimental it will be to you. The more you hesitate or the longer you hesitate, the more harm will come to you. So that's very interesting. Some of you guys are trying to hold on to everything and fight for everything, or there's just a lot of conflict here. And for some of you guys, this conflict is within yourself on how to move forward. It could be fighting with other people, gossip, drama, kind of conflict, argumentative kind of energy coming out here. But for some of you guys, what I'm really seeing is like you want something for yourself, but you know that if you go after that, you have to let go of a certain person or relationship or a job or a home or a lifestyle in order to do that. And you're trying to find a way to get everything all in the same bundle. And the goddess Hecate is coming forth here for you guys to let you know that what you want is where you're meant to go, and sometimes there's people or things that aren't meant to go on that journey with us. Okay, so I feel for you guys that the goddess Hecate is really coming forth to teach you the strength, to give you the strength that it takes to let go of something, to end something, to move on from something. Because it's really causing you a lot of stagnancy. It's causing you to sacrifice yourself in what it is that you want. Again, this energy of the longer you hesitate or the more you hesitate, the more harm that's going to come to you. And this harm isn't necessarily physical, it's more emotional and spiritual and mental harm, because you are sacrificing everything that you desire and you want to hold on to this one thing that isn't meant to be with you, that isn't meant to go any further with you. You can't have everything that you're trying to keep right now, because as you move towards your own path, there are going to be new things that try to come in. So group number 3, the goddess Hecate wants you to know excuse me, that even though there is an ending here that you have to choose to go through with, there is hope coming in right after that. There's renewal, replenishment to fill that void, to help heal the heart and the emotional aspect of this. But you can't heal before the ending occurs, okay? So group number 3, there's something here about facing some sort of pain, to have the courage to do this, whatever this is for you, to move on from somebody or something or a place, or to let go of something. There's a letting go energy here that you guys are being asked to have the courage to do. And the goddess Hecate wants you to know that she is here to help soothe you through this, and to help you through this crossroads of letting go of what used to be, so you can move into who you are meant to be. Because as we grow and evolve, there are people and places and situations that fall away, that shed away, so that new things can come in for us. And I really feel like that's what this is for group number 3, is that you're not allowing the old to fall away, in order for new to come in, however that may be working out for you. So let's go ahead and get some more tarot and clarify this a little bit for group number 3. Why is the Two of Wands here? Group number 3. We have the King of Swords. Yeah, because you have to make a decision. You have to choose you or somebody else. You have to choose to expand your life, your lifestyle, your purpose. You have to choose to expand out into the world or to stay where you are. And you have to take action on this. So you are being asked to get very clear and very decisive on what it is that you want. Group number 3. What do you want? And in that decision, you have to realize that there are things that can't go with you as you go on this journey for what you want, regardless of which way you choose to go, whether you choose to stay where you are because you can't bear letting go of what you'd have to let go of if you left, or whether you leave and you have to let go of what's here. There's going to be an ending either way. So group number 3, you guys are being asked to make a decision. We have the Hanged Man coming out on death. Yeah. See, this is really what's holding you guys back, is allowing transformation to occur, allowing change. You guys may really struggle with the fear of change. You may really struggle and fight to keep everything exactly the same. You may fight to keep the peace, to keep everything in line, to keep everything the same way it always has been. And that's really just holding you back at this point in your life. Group number 3. Why is the Star here? We have the Magician. Wow. Group number 3. Again, once you move on from this ending, or accept that ending is going to happen either way you choose to go, once you start moving through that and accepting that, instead of trying to resist making a decision to keep the change from happening, you're going to move into hope, into renewal, into replenishment here of your energy. And you're also going to move into a sense of magic, into a sense of manifestation. So some of you guys, all it's going to take is making this decision to let go either way, whichever way you choose, whichever way is best for you. And it's going to allow the magic to come into your life, because you are making room for that as you shed your old skin, as you shed the things that aren't going to be able to come with you. Group number 3. I really feel that you guys have this strong sense of being the peacekeeper, or being the ones that hold everything together, or being the fighter of the family, the one that, makes sure that everything is there. It's like the supporter, the protector, the man of the house, if you will, figuratively speaking. It's just, you guys have this strong sense of personality where you are the ones that hold everything together. But there's a part of you inside that does this because because you fear change more so than anything else. I'm not saying that, there isn't real love or happiness or joy in the life that you're holding on to, but there is a strong fear of change that really drives subconsciously a lot of the actions that you take to hold everything together. Let's go ahead and pull some oracle messages for group number 3 and get some guidance or advice from the goddess Hecate and what you should do right now, or what you need to know right now in regards to this situation for group number 3. Look at this. We have renewal, frog spirit, renewal. And I love this. I absolutely love this, because with a frog is born or hatched, whatever, as a tadpole, right? And it goes through like metamorphosis, a huge transformation, huge changes to become the actual frog. And I feel like this is very kind of metaphorical in regards to what's happening in your life at this time, group number 3. Going through huge transformations and changes in order to come into renewal and replenishment. So the goddess is saying, let this renewal happen. Even though it may hurt, growing pains suck, but allow it to happen. Allow yourself to expand. Allow change to occur. And then we also have the air spirit, knowledge. Yeah, so you guys have to really come into a new mindset here by learning that change isn't bad. There's like a need to shift perceptions on how you view change. And you can do this by, for one, starting with where it was in your life where you automatically connected change to a negative energy. Because change isn't all bad. Some changes can be bad, or they can be really harsh or really aggressive or really emotional, but not all change is bad. If you know, when you move out of one house and into a bigger, better house that's more suited for you, you know, that's good change. There are good changes. So group number 3, you guys are being asked to find balance in this, to allow yourself to see the good in the change as well, and not just focusing on the negative. Um, let's go ahead here, group number 3, and pull you one final message. Any last guidance or advice from the goddess Hecate for you while you are at this kind of threshold for group number 3? Okay. So this is the image on your card here. And the message here, oh, look at this, birth. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. Yes, new life is unfolding with magic, with blessings, with new things coming in. Group number 3, that's beautiful confirmation that regardless of whichever way you make this decision, to let whatever it is go for you, whichever way that goes, there's going to be new things coming in. So this is the message that I am receiving from my beautiful group number 3. And even though, you know, that may be kind of difficult to hear that either way something's going to end, but I think for group number 3, this is a big lesson in surrendering, so that you can look back later on in your life and see, oh, well, that actually was a good change. So this is an experience that you're going to be gaining knowledge from in the future, group number 3. But this is what I'm seeing for you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, if it brought you value, or if it resonated with you, please hit that like button. Comment down below. Let me know if you chose this pile. Let me know what other kinds of readings you guys would like to see. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss out when I post future videos like this. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 4. Those of you that chose pile number 4, this reading is for you, and this is the key that you guys chose. And I don't know how well you can see it, but there is like a night sky in that black orb there, which I feel is very beautiful for the goddess Hecate, as she is a goddess of the night. But I feel very strongly that this reading is going to be different than the other 3. There's something different about this one. I can't quite place my finger on it yet, but there's definitely like a very different energy about this reading coming forth. I do feel that it has something to do with astrology, or like maybe even your birth chart, some of you guys, but this could just be something like you were coming into a time where like your destiny or your legacy is being activated in some way, shape, or form, like major activations of the soul or something of that sort coming in here to group number 4. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. So starting off, I'm going to pull a couple of cards to get the overall energy or theme about the messages that Goddess Hecate wants to bring forth. Wow, I can't words very well right now. So Mercury retrograde may be affecting you guys, or it may just be affecting me at this point in time. As I'm recording this, we are in kind of the shadow period, moving into the Mercury retrograde, and I'm definitely noticing that energy as I'm recording this video. But we're going to pull a couple of cards here, group number 4, and get the overall energy, the overall theme of the messages that the goddess Hecate wants to bring forth for you today. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Group number 4. Okay. So our first card out here, we have complicated. Wow. Yeah, that's really kind of the energy that I'm feeling coming into this reading. Like, it's different, but I can't quite place how it's different. Let's pull another card here, group number 4, and see if we can get a little bit more in regards to the messages that Hecate wants to bring forth for you. You guys may be experiencing a very complicated time in your life, or be in a very complicated energy, or even in like a lot of chaos, because as I said, there may be some major like soul activations happening, pushing you into like your destiny, or into a major aspect of your soul's journey. And in order for you to align to that, there may be like a lot of moving parts in your life at this time. So let's go ahead here, group number 4, and pull another card. And we have Ancient Amulets, Fortune, Protection, Skills, and Possessions. So group number 4, I feel like you guys are moving into a time of fortune, but it's almost like this is something that was predicted, or like something that was, again, it's like something that was written in the stars for group number 4. Like it's been seen by like seers of the past, or like ancient beings, like projected this, like they this is something that's been building for a long time. Like your life, your soul, your incarnation here on this earth at this time has been something that has been in the workings for a long time, like trying to get to you, like your bloodline trying to get to you. I hope that makes sense. Wow, that's very interesting. So group number 4, let's go ahead. Oh, and you guys got an extra card here too. All the other piles only have 3 tarot cards to start with in their pile. Let's go ahead and take a look here a little deeper into the messages that the goddess Hecate has for you today, and then we'll shuffle the rest of the cards out as we go. Group number 4, we have the 2 of Cups. So we have some sort of union or commitment coming in, or this could be you guys coming into union with your soul, your soul's purpose, soul mission, as well as like a sense of commitment being carried out here as well. So you guys may be completing a soul contract as well. We have the Hanged One. Okay, so you guys are like in limbo at this point. At the time that you're watching this video, it's almost like you're in limbo, maybe not even sure what's happening or where you're meant to go or how you're meant to move forward because of this major closure of a contract. And it's almost like your soul is in limbo. It's like your soul is at the crossroads here. Your soul is in between missions or contracts. Wow. And we have the 7 of Wands coming out here. And then we have the 4 of Cups. Yeah, so there's a lot of stagnancy, a lot of almost even boredom. For group number 4, there's like something here where you guys just don't know where to go from here. Don't know how to move forward. You don't know how to get out of where you're currently at. You don't know where you fit in at, is kind of how this is coming in. Not knowing where to go, how to fit into where you're meant to be, or even how to like shift perspectives to see something in a different way. Some of you guys, I'm getting this energy of like a near-death experience that may have really changed your life or activated like your spiritual powers even. I'm really getting that message very strongly, like near-death experience being very significant to you in your journey and activations that occurred from that. And you guys may have been working for quite some time, like maybe 2 to 7 years even, to kind of overcome or heal after you had this experience or this traumatic experience and had this awakening. You guys may have been really working through that over the last several years even, and it's like you're coming to a closure of that cycle. You're coming to a closure of that healing of your soul from that trauma. Or from that experience, and it's like now you're not sure where to go or what you're meant for after that. Group number 4. Wow. So the goddess Hecate is coming in here trying to help you gain clarity in where you're meant to go from here. I feel like that's why you guys are tuning into this reading, is like it's like your soul is in limbo, like you've completed a major soul contract, a major soul experience, and now it's like you don't know what to do with yourself or what you're even meant for anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some clarification here. Group number 4, let's go ahead and go a little deeper into this. Wow. group number 4. Why is the Two of Cups here for group number 4? We have the King of Wands. So I really feel for you guys that there's a sense of, there was a sense of identity that you had clung to in this near-death experience. Like it defined a part of who you were, or this traumatic experience or this soul experience defined a big part of who you were. And it's like that was a part of you, that was a part of what made you who you are today. And now that that's shedding, there's a sense of not knowing who you are. Like you're lacking identity, which is interesting. I totally get that. I really do. I've experienced something very similar to that energy, not really knowing if I'm in the right place, or like how I'm even in this body, or if this is even where I'm meant to be, or I think my soul chose the wrong incarnation, or you know, it's just this sense of confusion surrounding who you are and where you're meant to be, what you're meant to be doing. We have the Nine of Cups here. So I feel like this identity crisis, it's a very deep identity crisis. It's like a soul identity crisis. It's not just a, I don't know who I am in this job or whatever. Like it's deep. It's deeper than that for group number 4. And with this Nine of Cups coming out on the Hanged one here, it's like this sense of your idea of what happiness is, or what wish fulfillment is changing. And that's why you're feeling this lack, or like this void of who you are, because what used to make you happy no longer does. What used to make you feel like you had a purpose or a mission, it's like it no longer does, because the things that are going to make you feel those energies are changing, because your soul is moving into a new contract, a new mission to experience new things. Okay, we have Temperance coming out on the Seven of Wands. Yeah, see, there's like a neutralization here for you guys. Like you're just neutral, like in limbo, like your soul is in between contracts, in between missions, and it's making you feel very lost. But it's also freeing you from a lot of, I feel like, karmic debt. Like your soul is being freed of a lot of karmic debt right now, group number 4. So maybe try, instead of feeling, you know, negative or down about the fact that you're in this limbo period, try to find peace in it. Try to find comfort in the stillness. Try to find comfort in the unknown. That may be a big part of the lesson here for you guys, is finding comfort in yourself when you don't know where to go. Just sit down and reevaluate the way that you're seeing your life, or that you're seeing yourself, and try to find a new way to see yourself. Try to find a new path to walk down. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, see, a lot of things are changing here for you guys, moving out of repetitiveness, moving out of boredom, moving out of this same kind of cycles that you've been experiencing your entire life up until this point. You guys are moving out of a lot of karmic energies, a lot of soul cycles being closed here for you guys. Wow. I feel like a lot of you guys may be moving into a sense of independence as well, with this Temperance coming out, like moving into the sense of freedom, freedom of expression, freedom from like certain connections or ideas or mindsets that maybe you've been living in up until this point as well. But a neutralization of any conflict, a neutralization of any emotional conflict as well. I really see this as like, it's almost like a reset for your soul, for your spirit, group number 4. It's like this water and fire coming together and neutralizing each other, like the water putting the fire out in order for your spark to reignite. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some oracle messages, some guidance and advice from the goddess Hecate. What else she wants us to know for group number 4. We have the Water Spirit, manifesting dreams. Yeah, so you guys are moving into a whole new cycle, a cycle of manifestation, a cycle of fulfillment, a cycle of abundance, I feel for you guys, which may not have been something that you really experienced or you may have looked at negatively. So you guys breaking free from everything of the past, breaking free from poverty mindsets, from fear of lack, breaking free from um, karmic energies or karmic debt even being kind of wiped clean for group number 4. Interesting. And we also have the bluebird spirit, happiness. Yeah, look at that. You guys are coming into a new sense, a new understanding of what happiness is to you. Wow. And then we also have toadstools, and this is growth. Yeah, I feel like your soul is growing. Group number 4. Interesting. Let's go ahead here and pull a couple more cards. Group number 4. I feel like there is a lot of growth in your physical world, uh, financially, physically, growing your home or expanding your home, or like a lot of the growth that's going to be occurring here for you guys after you've, while you're in this limbo. I feel like it's going to start appearing to you in your environment. The growth that your soul is going through at this time, the changes that your soul is going through at this time is going to be reflecting into your physical world, and you're going to start seeing more money, you're going to start seeing more abundance and more happiness and more fulfillment around you. And I feel like starting off, it's just going to kind of trickle in a little bit at a time until you get like a steady flow happening here. It's like as that spark reignites, it's going to start trickling in until you have this like blazing fire and this raging river. This, wow. Okay. Our next card here, we have gratitude. Yeah. Group number 4, definitely practicing gratitude for what you have, for what you've been through, for what you've experienced, and for what's coming, because there are a lot of things coming in for you guys here. A lot of abundance and happiness and growth and expansion and just beauty, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment, all coming in here for group number 4. So practicing gratitude will be very beneficial for you, I feel. And then we have ask for help. So some of you guys, if you're really struggling with this kind of limbo energy, you may need to find a mentor or a teacher, or go see somebody to talk to, a counselor, a therapist, anything like that. As well as for some of you guys, there may be a need to ask for help financially at this point in time. As you are in limbo, you may be kind of in between jobs or in between homes or anything like that, especially with you tuning into the energy of the goddess Hecate and her being like the crossroads goddess, So you guys are definitely at a crossroads in more than one way. So definitely, she really wants you to ask for help. This could be asking her for help as well. So anybody who resonates with that, maybe try the guided meditation that I've linked in the description box below if you haven't already, and see if you find any answers there, or use that to ask her for help if you need help tuning into her energy. Group number 4. So let's go ahead and pull you one final message. Any last guidance or advice that the goddess Hecate has for you as you move through this kind of threshold? Okay, we're going to take the one on top here. There's so many that want to come out. So maybe I'll just quick read the keywords on the ones underneath this one as we go. But our first one here, this is the image. And the message says, a distant kiss in a prayer flag. I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. So group number 4, I feel like you guys are coming into contact with another soul as well, manifesting love or a soulmate or somebody who's meant to move through this new journey with you as well. And then our next card here that wanted to come out, this is the door. And the message on here says destiny. One door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. Yeah, that's so accurate for the energy that I'm picking up on here. The goddess Hecate really wants you to know that this is something that's like written in your soul here. And then the other ones that came out here, I'm just going to quick go over. And we have Anthony's call and thanks of my spirit, safe and sound, all things that are lost so can be found. Divine guardian, do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. We have begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now here. Okay, and then our last one is the Odyssey. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. Interesting. Okay, so I just wanted to quick touch on those because I felt like I needed to for anybody that needed to see those. But these are the messages that I am seeing for my beautiful group number 4. If you enjoyed this reading or if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button. Comment down below. Let me know if you chose this pile. Let me know what other kinds of readings you guys would like to see. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out when I post future videos like this. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.